Welcome back to Alliance War. Today we have AOH versus NT06. And I have possibly the biggest war in my entire Alliance War career. So starting off on path 3, we have my old nemesis slash friend Gladiator against Red Skull. Now the reason why I'm doing this is because Gladiator is a complete counter to Node 3, being Chitinous Thorns and Sloped Armor. And I turn that off completely because I get the Vigilance, and the Vigilance at say 200 prevents armor ups from triggering, or more decreases their ability accuracy by 100%. And I'm very, very confident in this matchup. I'll never die to a Red Skull, a Gladiator on this node, if I choose to send it again, which I might. I just hate using Gladiator after having to use him for almost every war during Decay. Anyway, so spoiler, I don't die to this fight. I special one and he's dead. Now on to one of the fights I was most scared about in the war. Black Panther on Node 12. Node 12 has just been a problem fight in this new map. It's very scary with tactic, strike counter, combat power rate, 6th sense, so there's going to be a lot of auto block. Just Black Panthers can be a tricky defender, especially when he's unblockable. So I'm going in with Negasonic Teenage Warhead. Because I have the passive stun, I don't have to worry about Black Panther's reflex stun. And it's a pretty hefty stun, so I can focus on controlling strike counter. I decided to just block the first hit of the special one. I've been clipped by it too many times trying to dex it up close, so I don't even bother. So here I'm controlling strike counter because I don't want to get the suppressions on me. I throw the heavy and he goes unstoppable. I don't really know why. A little annoying, but what are you gonna do? I'm just hitting him, trying to make sure my strike counter's fine. I'm getting very unlucky on these auto lock punishes. I'm losing the 50-50s every time. Standard. There I make a little mistake and run my strike counter down. So I have one suppression on me, so it's just gonna be that much harder to get my specials. But at this point I was thinking, throwing that relic was also a big mistake. My thought process was that I'm doing a good amount of damage. I have the Incinerate vulnerability. I don't have to worry about strike counter anymore. That was wrong. So yeah, now that I have the unblockable, I can actually punish his specials without worrying. That unblockable is very short, so it ran out quick. It's a special one. And Black Panther's, he's almost dead here. I dex special one. I don't even try for the punish. I just decide to wait out the unblockable. Now the fight's over. Very scary fight, but Negasonic makes it pretty safe. I like it when she's not banned, because then I could actually assign that. Because I play in this war. I play in the Sunday wars for Grass. Who plans the Wednesday and Friday wars. I just play in the Sunday wars. So now we're on path 5. We have this Nova with Ebb and Flow Intercept and Now You See Me, if I remember correctly. And this is the first fight of many with my rank 4 Spider Punk. So here, I'm just trying to get an intercept with the counter evade. And I can actually hit decently hard. Like 13k mediums, like not terrible. I just know I'm gonna have to deal with the unblockable because Punk is not a tactic attacker. I get hit because I'm garbage. I throw the heavy, get the taunt up because I want him to be throwing his specials. I throw my special too. Does a good amount of damage. He throws special 1, punish. Here I'm trying for my evade. He's just playing kind of weird. So I get the falter on me. Not a big deal. Falter's pretty short. Yeah, just 5-hit combo. Heavy. He's gonna throw special 2. I have that dex down on lock, so fight's over. Up next, I heal, because that is what you should always do in tier 1 war. Always heal to max. Oh yeah, and this, yeah. I had to go buy some potions. No big deal. So up next we have this Destroyer. Very easy fight with Spider-Punk. I took this many a times in Secutor, so I know the strategy like the back of my hand. The strategy is you have to use your evade to get an intercept, because Destroyer is hard to intercept because of that unstoppable. That is why he is on this node. And also debuff stop, so Mighty Charge is nice. I'm just trying to anti-bait special 1s also, because if he throws special 1s, he's going to get a lot of charges. That's just not something I want to deal with. He throws special 2 without dashing in, so I get to keep the ruptures, which is nice. But they get purified. No big deal. I throw my heavy to just increase his chance of throwing the special 2 even more when I'm ready for it. There you go. And at this point, the fight's over. I'm just gonna throw special 2. It's gonna basically kill him, and then the ruptures are gonna kill him. So now on to my minis. I'm starting with this Sasquatch on node 41, which is Scared Stiff, Power Focus 2, and Bubble Shield. Sasquatch, if I had to theorize, is here because in Wrath, he gets a lot of extra combat power rate, which might even be able to push him red. And, but Punk is very good against Sasquatch in general. So I'm just going to try and bait special 2s and heavy counter them. Not like that. Don't do that. That was bad. That was not a good idea. You can heavy counter Sassy's special 2. You just can't be standing right next to him. So there we go. That was a successful heavy counter. So here I'm trying to anti-bait his special 1. And Sasquatch is already almost dead. He throws special 2. He's just ticking down from the single rupture. I get rooted. Not a big deal. I don't know why I did that. I don't even like using special 1s. I think his special 1 is not great. So I think I just wanted to close in the fight. So now you get to see me live, going in and buying potions, because I need those. So up next, I'm taking 47 Rintrah, which is a very, in theory, is a very easy matchup with Punk, because Punk is rupture immune and likes to knock down. So that's basically, and he doesn't need to crit, so that's basically Rintrah's entire defensive kit neutered. So, do I check them? I do check the nodes. Ho ho. So, we're going in. My plan is to just get the physical vulnerabilities up and just keep them up the whole fight. I heavy. Heavy again. Just get the taunt up. I take a 5-hit combo, which isn't very nice. Yeah, and I want a heavy to control the falter too. He gets an unfazed trigger off of that, which confused me to say the least. And I honestly don't have to worry about fight or flight that much, because if I get it, I get an unstoppable on me. And I just have to worry about some MD. If he gets it, his specials are so long anyway that it's very likely that the unstoppable runs out by the time it's over. So yeah, about a minute into the fight, Rintrah's about halfway dead. He's gonna throw another special 1. The ruptures are ticking him down really fast. I throw a heavy into Relic, get an extra physical vulnerability. I'm gonna throw another special 1. And there we go. Easy fight. So up next, it was originally gonna be the boss, but the person that I assigned to the Zola ended up dying, which is okay. he didn't. And I assigned Serpent, and Serpent with no dread against the Zola would just be a very long fight. So I decided I feel pretty comfortable against Zola. I took him last war on Hazard Shift, so I feel pretty confident in what I'm doing against him. I know the heavy counter spacing is very simple. So I decided I'll finish it up. So I'm just trying to bait heavies. Zola's not playing into it. Yeah, as you can see, it's just one dash back into heavy. Very simple spacing. My goal is to bait special ones continuously. It'll do a decent amount of chip damage into my block. But he's gonna get the energizes so he can stack encores. And when he stacks encores, that means I get ruptures. I throw heavy again. He's just ticking down. This is not a fast matchup at all. But Zola is going down. Got the energizers on him so he can spam specials better. Brute Force. Yeah, Brute Force actually does most of the damage in this fight, not Zola himself. I throw special 2. Get more ruptures on him so I can start building more power from polka dot power. I throw special 1 and he's dead. I would probably assign that to myself again in the future. Punk is very good for that. He's very good for Zola. He can heavy counter pretty easily, and he doesn't really rely on his specials to do damage. So here I am buying some more potions. Because up next, I have an Onslaught boss. A rank 4 Onslaught boss. When I was playing this, I thought I was so stupid that I was giving myself the boss. I felt so selfish for this. But Punk in general is amazing against Onslaught. I throw on an invul just to be safe. And yeah. The reason why Punk is so good for Onslaught is because Onslaught loves to spam his special 1s, and you can stack ruptures on that because of it, and you don't have to parry, so you don't need to worry about Daunted. So my plan here is to just bait special 1s. The Energize on Onslaught will help me with that, if Onslaught decides he wants to throw a special anyway. Come on, bud. There you go. So now Onslaught's just in a special 1 blender. He's going to be throwing special 1s over and over and over again. And I'm just going to be trying my best not to get clipped. I try and get a cheeky counter evade for physical vulnerability just to make the fight go a little faster. I dash in. Come on, Onslaught. You have the Encores. Yeah, the Encores also help control his AI. Because the Encores give him extreme special bias. How's his power doing? Yeah, he's at a bar of power now. Come on. There you go. This is how the fight plays out. He's just going to be spamming special 1s. The Ruptures are doing a decent amount of chip. So I'm just trying to play patient and let the Ruptures do the work for me while I hit him, making sure I don't instantly die to Neuroshocks. I get a nice intercept with my counter evade. And soon I'm going to throw another special 2, and that's going to do a good amount of damage. But more importantly, puts the big Ruptures on him. I was initially thinking of going for special 3 so I could get the longer Ruptures, but I ultimately determined, and after playing this fight, it's overkill. You don't need it. Boom. I know the Onslaught special 1 deck's like the back of my hand at this point, as most players in tier 1 war should. My decks again. And, yep, and again. I throw special 2, and ticking down. I'm not risking timing out in this fight. Punk is doing enough damage with just ruptures. And one more special one, and Onslaught's dead. I initially thought it was a stupid idea to give myself the Onslaught boss. I thought it was kind of selfish, but in the end, it worked out really well. It was super safe. I was very happy that it ended up being super safe. So, we ended up losing this war. As of right now, we are down to death and they've completed all their fights. That's unfortunate, but what are you going to do? That's how Tier 1 goes. Thank you all very much for watching. See you all in the next one.